Can we just start with the politics? That victory, that upset in the Alabama Senate race, does it have a knock-on effect for markets? You saw the dollar fall.
Yeah.
We're talking about the tax bill. Could it affect the chances of it being passed? What are your initial thoughts?
Look, of course, there's a little reaction from the markets. But first of all, I think people have to admit it doesn't change the majority. It's getting narrower. So it's 51-49 now. And I think it's a push now to get the tax done before Christmas, because I understand the change is only due from January 3rd. I think there's rather a push to bring the tax bill through. And if that happens, I think that's rather positive for markets.
Yeah, let's talk about the big event of the day then. The Fed tonight. A rate hike seems to be done and dusted. Any changes to the dots in future years?
Well, it's a question whether Yellen, in her last massive meeting, if you want to say, her last press conference, as you just said, is she really changing something? Is the FOMC changing something? I don't expect the changes in the dots now. Of course, the market is going for the rate hike. No surprise there, I think. But what's important is really the inflation picture. I think it's a very important story for 2018. What happens to inflation?
And what's your take? We had some pretty strong PPI data yesterday. Is that a precursor to inflation that's going to pick up?
Yeah, we think it's picking up next year, but not massively. So from that perspective, we think what we have seen on industrialization 4.0, is it really bringing inflation down forever? We don't think that's the case. Growth is quite strong. We think it remains strong in 2018. And one consequence should be, given also the very low unemployment rate, even coming down further from here, I guess, that inflation is picking up slightly. Not massively, but slightly.
Towards target, you know, because it hasn't, has it? It's remained below its core rate for the best part of 5 years.
I would say towards target, but not.
Is that enough to sway the sort of the doubters, Christian, on the FOMC? You know, those who would rather wait to see, you know, the whites of the eyes of inflation?
I think there are some that want to see it's really happening. I think it's not massively happening, so I don't expect a massive change there in the FOMC. And also, now Powell taking over, I think the rate hike, he will start in March probably with a rate hike then. But I think it's not massive change there. I don't think the doubters will massively change. So I do expect the Fed to move steadily, but like every quarter it could happen. So from that perspective, they will move up, but not a massive change.